Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum, dear little ones. Today is Monday, June 14, 2021, and it's almost 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm so happy today because I'm going to bring you another new story, and I do hope that every one of you is happy, healthy, and fine. Please remember to stay safe, and I hope that you're all going to like this story as well. So, without further ado, this is how the story goes. Puss in Boots. Once upon a time, there were three brothers. After their parents died, they decided to go their separate ways. After some discussion, it was agreed that the eldest brother should have the house, the second brother the donkey, and the youngest one the cat and the big sack. Now that he had nowhere to live, the youngest brother took the sack and left with the cat. He wandered around looking for a place to stay. Then the cat said, "Give me your boots and the big sack, and I'll help you gain everlasting happiness." The cat put on his master's boot, shouldered the sack, and set off for the mountains. In the mountains, the cat caught a rabbit and put it in the big sack. The cat went to see the king and said to him, "Your Majesty, this rabbit is a present from the marquis." The king accepted it happily. One day, the cat told his master, "The king will pass nearby soon. I'll give you a nice surprise if you follow my instructions." The young man agreed. The cat asked his master to take off his clothes, jump into the river, and wait there quietly, and he did as he was told. When the king's carriage appeared, the cat ran towards it and started shouting. The king got out of his carriage to see what was going on. "The marquis's clothes have been stolen while he was bathing in the river," said the cat. Immediately, the king ordered his minister to give the marquis a set of brand new clothes. The impostor marquis put on the new clothes and thanked the king. The princess, who was sitting in the carriage, fell in love with the young man at once. As the marquis seemed a charming young man, the king asked the young man to join him and his daughter on their journey. As soon as the young man got into the carriage, the cat ran on ahead as fast as he could, leaving the carriage behind. The cat went to a field and said to the farmers, If the king asks who this part of the land belongs to, please tell him the marquis owns all of it." Soon the king's carriage arrived at the field. The minister asked the farmers who owned the land and was told it all belonged to the marquis. Meanwhile, the cat reached the castle where a terrible ogre lived. The cat entered the castle and asked the ogre, "What kind of magic powers do you have?" The ogre replied, "I can transform myself into all all kinds of animals. After seeing this, the ogre changed himself into a great lion. Pretending to be frightened, the cat said, "That's wonderful, but can you change into a rat?" "Of course I can't," said the big lion proudly, and turned himself into a small rat. The cat jumped up and killed the rat straight away. The clever cat stood at the castle door and welcomed the king and his people. Seeing such a grand castle, the king thought the marquis must be extremely rich. Before long, the young man who became the marquis married the princess. The cat was the best man at the wedding. From then on, the cat in boots, his master, and the princess lived happily in the beautiful castle. You know, this story really tells us that wisdom is real wealth and can help us overcome problems in life. That's it. I hope you all enjoy the story and stay safe, everybody. Love you all. Assalamu alaikum.